pattern can be seen in many places. Artists invent and repeat shapes in a variety of ways. These repeats are known as pattern. With practice, the eye can learn to watch and remember all kinds of visual repeats. Here is a world of pattern, chosen from various cultures and from nature. People throughout the world enjoy repeated designs. Artists often take inspiration from natural forms. Discover your own world of pattern. It is all around you. Pattern is exciting. It attracts and holds the eye. With pattern, nature often creates great beauty. Artists also use pattern to enrich and beautify surfaces. Here are some basic guides in learning about pattern. This surface is plain. This surface is textured. And this is a patterned surface, created by regularly repeated shapes. Any single shape is a motif. Any repeated motif creates a pattern. This is a motif. This is a pattern. Motif, pattern. The repeat may be regular, the same motif, the same size. Or the repeat may be irregular. The motif varies in size. And artists often combine motifs in unexpected ways. Let's try the simplest motif, a line. It may be repeated to create a regular pattern. Or it may be repeated in twos, threes, or regularly repeated groups of threes and ones, fours and twos, or any combination of numbers. Now let's arrange the lines vertically and horizontally to create a grid called a pattern scaffolding. The scaffolding is used as a guide in placing the motifs. The scaffolding may remain as part of the pattern, or it may be removed. Motifs may overlap, as in this onion print. Another variation is called reversal. Dark against light. Light against dark. The checkerboard pattern is dark-light alternation. One dark square, one light. Plain weaving is over-under alternation. By varying the weave, many patterns are possible. A motif may be alternated in form, open, closed. The scaffolding need not always be square. It may be rectangular, becoming a pattern itself. If the lines all go in the same direction, a striped pattern is created. The scaffolding can be shifted, and the brick pattern results. Still another scaffolding is made up of diamond shapes. These flowing lines create the OG pattern, which is a variation of the diamond framework. There are many shapes which can be used to create pattern. Circles, squares, rectangles, triangles, diamonds. All these shapes are geometric motifs. They may be arranged in as many ways as the lines were arranged. Ones, twos, and so on. In this African mask, combined geometric motifs add richness. Geometric motifs are widely used in art. In addition to the geometric, motifs may be chosen from nature. Some patterns are circular, growing from the center outward. This is called a radial scaffolding, the basic design of a Gothic rose window. The world of man-made objects is a rich source of pattern. String tied around a brayer and printed creates irregular patterns in line. Free-form pattern may be discovered in many places, such as oil and water. Looking through two wire screens creates this free pattern. And in the ripples of water, rhythmic, flowing patterns are found. Whatever the type of pattern, free irregular or controlled regular, pattern is repeated motifs and should be a size that is suitable for the object it enriches. To control pattern, we design it with special attention to 5 elements: lines, darks and lights, textures, shapes, and colors. The 5 elements should be organized to lead the eye rhythmically along surfaces. Pattern is very satisfying to us because it repeats. Life itself has many rhythmic repeats. The first stirring of life, as in the unborn chick, is a rhythmic pulse, a repeat. Time is rhythmic, patterned moments. Music is often patterned sound, and much of life is patterned movement. Living things grow and form beautiful patterns, such as bone structure, blood vessels, nerves and tissues. Nature reveals a world rich in pattern. Natural patterns provide inspiration. Artists should create original ideas. Pattern might cover an entire surface, or it may lead the eye along surfaces, such as borders. Or pattern may be used in selected areas. As far back in history as primitive man, we find examples of pattern. These lines and shapes were scratched in rock by ancient Indians. In all great periods of history, man has enriched his life and art with pattern. Each civilization developed its own style of motif. The ancient Egyptians, the Greeks, the top border is a honeysuckle motif. The Romans used a wave motif in this mosaic. The medieval period was especially rich in pattern. Leaves and flowers enriched the books which were treasured. Elaborate and complex pattern was typical of the Renaissance period. The ancient Mexicans also created ornate surfaces. Here is a feather motif used in several ways. Today, pattern is used in a modern way. In architecture, pattern tends to be simpler, bolder, and functional. However, Pattern helps us to enjoy many everyday things. Now let us review the important guides in creating pattern. Any repeated motif creates pattern. The repeat should be rhythmic, moving the eye over surfaces. The size of the motif should be suitable for the object it is enriching. The study of historical examples of repeated motifs helps in inventing pattern. Ideas for pattern can come from close observation of both designed and natural objects. Beautiful pattern enriches surfaces. Pattern is everywhere. Discover and create your own patterns.